I like my cat. Alright, I tolerate my cat. He, like most cats, can be a complete arsehole at times. Indeed, the place I got him from described him as having character. Having character. However, despite all of his faults and flaws, the one thing I don't intend to do is kill him. Unfortunately, according to a litany of accounts, this apparently wasn't the case for Pope Gregory IX, who, believing that black cats were involved in satanic rituals, called for their systematic extermination across Europe. Without cats, there were rats, and rats meant fleas, and fleas meant disease. The story that is often peddled, and possibly the one you've heard, goes that Pope Gregory's paranoia about the spread of satanic rituals and general hatred for our feline friends unwittingly caused the spread of the Black Death and the demise of up to as many as 200 million people across Eurasia. But was this really the case? In 1233, Pope Gregory IX issued a papal bull, basically a decree where the Pope announces matters of great importance to be shared with followers of the Catholic faith. At this time, there was a fear that Luciferianism, a belief system that bigs up the characteristics of Lucifer, was spreading quickly across Germany. With Lucifer and devil worship in general being somewhat of a no-no in the Catholic Church, Pope Gregory used this particular papal bull, named Vox in Rama, to warn King Henry VII of Germany, Emperor Frederick II, and Siegfried III, amongst others, of some of the more egregious practices supposedly taking place amongst followers of the Luciferian sect. In one of the strangest sections of the document, he writes, "A black cat descends backwards, with its tail erect. First the novice, then the master, then each one of the order who are worthy and perfect, kiss the cat on its buttocks." Yeah, I can kind of get why he was worried about these practices spreading. But could this have actually led to the mass cat slaughter and the ensuing spread of the Yersinia pestis bacterium that caused the plague? So, Pope Greg does indeed mention cats in relation to the carrying out of barbaric Luciferian rituals. But this is where proponents of the whole Pope Gregory got everyone to kill their favourite family pet breaks down. To start, Pope Gregory is not talking about alive, real-life cats here. No, he is instead describing the Luciferians using statues of cats as part of their abominable rituals. He is condemning these unorthodox rituals as opposed to the cats themselves. More importantly, nowhere in his papal bull does he actually declare that cats are to be slain. He may well have detested cats, but there simply isn't any evidence that proves the mass catcall, supposedly leading to the Black Death, actually took place. There are indeed numerous occasions throughout history where cats have been treated terribly. Notably in the Great Cat Massacre of the 1730s, where in Paris, revellers burnt cats by the bagful to protest against the pampering of aristocratic felines whilst the workers lived in squalor. Likewise, from the Middle Ages until the early 19th century in the city of Ypres in Belgium, townsfolk celebrated Kattenstoot, or the Festival of Cats, by throwing cats from the tower of the cloth hall, as they believed they were connected with witchcraft. A practice which is luckily outlawed at the modern version of the festival. Yet in both of these cases, the culling of cats did not lead to a resurfacing of a Black Death-style pandemic. For a second, let's just suppose that Pope Gregory's papal bull got misinterpreted by followers of the Catholic faith as a call to arms against mogs, and led to the extermination of cats across Europe on an unprecedented scale. Could it have even hypothetically caused the Black Death to spread? Well, no. The problem is that the Gregory IX origin story relies on the idea that the Black Death originated in Europe, since the Vox in Rama papal bull was sent specifically to leading Catholic officials in Germany alone, as that was where they were having issues with the Luciferians. Yet we know that the pandemic most likely began in the dry plains of Central Asia, travelling across the Silk Road to Europe. The plague in fact killed an estimated 25 million Chinese before even reaching Constantinople, the gateway to Europe. As far as we know, there wasn't any type of cat murder en masse going on in Asia. So at best, this theory can only argue that a lack of cats exacerbated the spread of the plague as opposed to being its primary cause. Yet the single biggest hole in the cat culling theory is that the timeline of events simply doesn't add up. Pope Gregory issued Vox in Rama in 1233, yet the Black Death peaked in Europe around the year 1350. This means, for the theory to be correct, Pope Gregory's decree would have to have set in motion over a century of systematic cat killing culminating in the Black Death, and this simply wasn't the case. Whether Pope Gregory truly hated cats or not remains a mystery. What is known, however, is that Pope Gregory did not single-handedly cause the deaths of tens if not hundreds of millions of people. Whilst it is possible that a larger scale cat cull as put forward by many accounts could have occurred and somehow not been properly documented, it seems as though the evidence simply isn't there to back up these claims. Add that to the fact that such an annihilation of our four-legged friends would have had to have gained traction over a time period of over 100 years, and I'm pretty sure old Pope Greg could rest easy. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to firstly subscribe, and secondly check out our next video, which should hopefully be on screen now. See you next time.